Hello everybody, I am here today to talk about and highlight a band, an album, which I consider to be one of the truest hidden gems, not only within UK death metal, but death metal itself. This album was recorded back in 1993 and has never ever seen the light of day. The only recordings of this exist on vinyl test pressings, and it's by the band Monolith. This album, Tales of the Macabre. So let me give you a little bit of history behind Monolith and this album, Tales of the Macabre. They originally come from Yorkshire in the UK, formed in 1990, and they originally went by the name Catalepsy. This is their demo, Faces of Death, recorded in 1991, and they featured Nicholas Barker on drums, who has gone on to be in numerous bands and have a fabulous career in death metal. We were lucky enough when we started out as Enchantment to get to know these guys really quite well, and played numerous gigs with them in the early 90s. Got to know Nick on a personal level, spent some time in Sheffield. I think Nick's from Chesterfield originally, but was based in sort of Yorkshire and Sheffield. We got to spend some time personally with him. And Nick very kindly helped produced the Enchantment demo, a tear for young eloquence, back in the day. So another reason for me wanting to highlight Monolith and this album is, I know these guys on a personal level. So yeah, like I say, they started out as Catalepsy, recording the demo in 1991. They put out a 7-inch single, Sleep with the Dead, in 1992. Unfortunately, I do not own a copy of that. I do own a test press copy of it, but I didn't think there was much point in showing that because it's just a blank label in a blank sleeve. But I would love to get a proper copy. It was released on Cacophonous Records. So the story behind this album, Tales of the Macabre, was after releasing the Sleep with the Dead 7-inch, they signed to Vinyl Solutions or Vinyl Solution Records in the UK. And for some reason the album was recorded, but it was never released. There's talk about them going from Vinyl Solution to Cacophonous Records. The album would be released on that, but that never happened either. So I don't know if there was an issue with that sort of transition period, but the album was fully recorded, produced, and never ever released, never saw the light of day. The band there, we've got Nick on vocals, Colin Box, the other guitarist. So, well, Nick Matthews, the vocalist, Colin Box, guitars. There's Nick Barker, the drummer. You've got Carl Brown on bass and Mark Madison, the other guitarist. Like I say, we were lucky enough to play with these guys, not only when they were called Catalepsy, but under the name Monolith, and seeing them play live all the time and getting to know them and watching them, we were just like these. They were at the time, for me, one of the greatest death metal bands in the UK, and how this album never saw the light of day is just an absolute travesty. After this album was recorded, Nick Barker left the band and joined Cradle of Filth to record this album. There's Nick, the Principle of Evil Made Flesh. So I don't know if that had something to do with it as well, because Nick was very much the driving force behind Monolith. So like I said, I don't know if that had something to do with it. I haven't spoken to Nick for years and years and years. But this album, vocally, you can hear how good Nick's vocals were. He's right up there with your Barney Greenways, your Dave Ingram from Benediction, Jan from Gorefest. In fact, the whole style of this band is very much it's got that sort of Gorefest and Asphyx feeling. It's got a Dutch feel to it, but it's also got plenty of Floridian traits to it as well, and it's also got that UK sort of doominess, you know, that Benediction used to bring to death metal. It's just a superb album. And like I say, an absolute hidden gem. Now, their demo, when they were called Catalepsy before they changed the name, was produced by Elliot Kennedy. And I believe he did produce the 7-inch single and this album as well. And Elliot Kennedy, in later years, had something to do with the X Factor. He also worked with Mary J. Blige, Spice Girls, Celine Dion, S Club 7. So how he sort of started his career, producing death metal records, is something else. I mean, I've checked on Wikipedia, there's no mention of Catalepsy or Monolith. But it is a fact, I know that for a fact. I'm hoping and praying that you'll be able to get a copy of this, if this does interest you, from Discogs. CD version, I think this bootleg, there's only 10 copies of this. And I also got the cassette, if I've not just shown that already, the cassette version of it as well. Let me show you the inside a little bit there. Got the sort of, I mean, this is put out by Nostalgic Productions, but kind of got the Vinyl Solutions logo on there, because like I say, it was initially going to be put out by Vinyl Solutions, never happened. And like I say, maybe that transition between it being released on Vinyl Solutions and then talk of the Cacophonous Records, maybe that put pay to it. Maybe the Nick Barker situation, leaving to join Cradle of Filth, put pay to it. I don't know. But this is, in my opinion, in its truest form, a hidden gem of UK and world death metal. But yeah, go and have a look on Discogs, see if you can get a copy of it. It'd be nice if our record label gave this the full treatment and managed to get a decent copy off the vinyl test press. This recording, it's a bootleg, like I say, it's listenable, you can hear it all, but it is taken, it's ripped from the vinyl test press, so you know, you can hear in the background, can you hear the little bit of a hiss. I'll leave this playing and have a listen. Nick Barker's drumming is just phenomenal. It always has been, it always will be. that's it. I hope I have given you a little bit of decent information on Monolith catalepsy. Absolutely fabulous demo that. It's not an easy find these days, but got this off Nick and the guys in the band themselves. But yeah, please go and see if you can get a copy of this. And if any of you people watching this have any kind of labels, little independent labels, this is one of those albums that needs to be heard. Like I say, I know it's a bootleg. I don't care. It needs to be heard. It's an absolute hidden gem. But without fear of me repeating myself, I shall leave you to it now. Thank you as always for taking the time out of your day to listen to me talking. I'll be back again very soon with another video. Until then, thanks everyone. Bye for now.